Jrue, taking on the Pelicans, I know when you face Milwaukee, you said no extra juice, but you did spend 7 years in New Orleans. What goes through your mind when you think about that time?
When I think about being in New Orleans, just a different stage in my life. My daughter was born there, went through some situations there, and was there for 7 years. So it was a lot of people that we met, a great city to play in, and a lot of good food. So it was a good time.
It's kind of the team that I associate you with, which I know you've been a few places by now.
Yeah.
You were there for Zion's rookie season. What were your first impressions of him?
Just a really good player, young player. He was hurt a bit, but you can tell that he had the tools to be great. Super athletic, really just waiting to get healthy to kind of get the keys to the team and kind of show what he's been showing. I think we've seen it in glimpses where the last few seasons he hasn't played a full season, but I think how he plays with that team and how he gets to the basket and how he kind of runs through the team is kind of what you saw from a young age.
They've been through a lot since you were there, kind of like you. What is this current team like, and what are going to be the keys to dealing with them tonight?
Really good team. I feel like very versatile, have a lot of weapons, three-point shooting, CJ, and a lot of mid-range and BI. You got a big down there who's a load, who can step out to shoot threes at times, and then you have Zion, who does a little bit of everything. One-man fast break, can get on top of the rim. And then they have a lot of great defenders, a lot of young guys who are athletic and really just hungry. So got to play hard. We have to stick to our tendencies and really just play our game.
Coming off that Clipper game, this team, you guys have only lost back-to-back games, consecutive games, I should say, once this season, and that was in early November. What is it about this group that you guys are able to bounce back?
Resiliency. I think it's we step up to the pressure. And I think we know how good we can be. I think especially home games, we love to win at home because that's home court. But it's just something about not losing 2 in a row, being able to lock in even after a loss is big mentally for our team. So.
For you, hat tip to Taylor Snow. He works for Celtics.com, but he pointed out you're the first Celtics player to cross 100 miles traveled on the court, just running around. Yeah. How much of what you do when you're out there doesn't show up on the stat sheet?
I don't know.
A lot.
Okay, I feel like it's for other people. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I'm doing my job, which is offensive rebounding at times, getting stops at times. Sometimes I have the assignment of guarding the best player. A lot of the times it might be JB. JT takes on that too. Derek White takes on that privilege as well. So, and then, corner threes, I'm getting easy buckets, making the game easier for other people. I'm just out here playing and doing what I'm supposed to do, having fun.
You're too humble. Don't minimize that. Another role that you're playing this season is leadership on defense. Any guy, when you talk to them, mention just how vocal you are out there, and that's one of the things that, I feel like separates you. But how, usually a guy going to a new team, you try to just kind of be quiet and fit in. How has Joe and the staff empowered you to speak up?
They've kind of just put me in positions to where I had to talk. Again, I'm usually the one who's on ball. I usually have to listen to the guys behind me telling me which way to send the defender or telling me what to do. But in this position, kind of putting me at the forefront of the defense, I'm usually back line, being able to tell guys screens are coming, tell them to send them which way, or even if we go zone, telling them, do this, do that. So they kind of just forced me to be in a position to talk a lot more than I have in the past.
How big of an adjustment is that, and how better prepared for it are you at this point in your career?
It wasn't that big of an adjustment. I'm pretty much a talker. I was just always on ball, but I think that it's really fun being back here or being in the back line and being able to observe in a different space. So.
JB has staked his claim, said he wants to be considered in the All-NBA defensive discussion this season. What have you seen from him, and how does he kind of inspire you guys on that end?
Man, I think he's doing it. Most nights he has the marquee matchup. He has the best player. If it's Ant Edwards, if it's Murray from Denver, if it's who we played last game, if it's Kawhi Leonard. I mean, like, there's so many challenges that he's taking on this season, and I think he's done it before. He always taken on the challenge, but this year he's definitely been more vocal about, like, all right, when I'm on ball, I'm not switching. I'm staying with this guy. You know, he did a good job of that when we played Dallas, guarding Luka, and really just hounding him and being a pest. So he's done a really good job of just leading us defensively on the ball, being super aggressive and disturbing their best player.
And then also at that end, how fun is it for you to come into this group that does take pride in that? I mean, 1 through 6, when you include Al, and to just be surrounded by that kind of player.
I think it's the energy that it brings. We know offensively you can get that momentum, hitting threes and getting dunks and all that, but you can do the same thing on defense. That's kind of what leads to the good stuff on offense. But I think having that mentality from honestly 1 through 8, 1 through 12, 1 through 15, it makes the game a lot easier. It makes it a lot more fun to play, and it just really brings joy to the game.
Jrue, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.